Hello, and welcome to Momogatari. This is a place to share heartfelt stories, and I'm so glad you're here. I hope this story brings you comfort, encouragement, and maybe even a little bit of light. So I hope you will join me in tonight's story called The Star That Listened. The night stretched wide, endless. Momo sat on the balcony, cradling a cup of tea in her hands. It had long since gone cold, but she barely noticed. Her gaze remained fixed on the sky, on the single star that had always been there. You always show up, she murmured. The star flickered, listening. She exhaled slowly. The air felt heavier tonight, not because she was sad, but because of something else. Something she had been carrying for years without realizing it. A thought circled in her mind, quiet yet persistent. How many people have given me kindness that I never properly acknowledged? The answer came instantly. Too many. She had always tried to say thank you, in words at least, to her best friend, leaving care packages by her door, ensuring that even in difficult times, Momo felt seen. To the friend who let her move into their apartment when life had unraveled. To her gym and online friends who made space for her, kept pulling her into plans to feel connected. And her brother, who checked in despite the distance, sending money and gifts simply to share the good things he had, who carried responsibility like it was his nature. She had said the words before, she had typed them in texts, but somehow it never felt like enough. She had always feared that gratitude felt too small. Words alone never seemed enough to reflect everything they had done for her. So she had waited, convinced that until she could give something in return, she should hold off on saying anything at all. But tonight, for the first time, she asked herself, what if I never do? What if she never matched their kindness in equal measure? What if the depth of their care was something she could never repay? She swallowed hard, chest tightening, as the thought sat heavy in her mind. It felt selfish, almost like she was trying to make up for lost time, as if gratitude had an expiration date she was only now acknowledging. Her fingers curled around the pendant at her collarbone, the warmth pulsating against her skin. She hated this feeling, this guilt, this hesitation, this fear that even if she reached out now, it wouldn't mean anything. The star above shimmered softly, and then it spoke, gentle and steady, weaving into the silence. You are thinking too much about what is deserved. Momo blinked, fingers frozen over her necklace. Gratitude is not about measuring worth. It is simply meant to be given. She stared up, breath uneven, heart pounding, not in shock, but in some quiet, unexplainable understanding. For a long time, she had convinced herself that her thanks would never be enough, that she had already failed the people who had given her kindness because she hadn't said it sooner. You carry the weight of time like it is a barrier, but it is not, the star said gently. She swallowed, the warmth in her pendant spreading through her fingertips. Not scolding, not judging, just reminding. She had been given so much, and whether it was late or imperfect, it was still worth acknowledging. The voice remained steady, quiet. They never gave because they expected something in return. They gave because they cared. And you care too. She exhaled shakily, the weight in her chest shifting, not disappearing, but loosening, just enough to breathe more freely. They had never demanded gratitude, never asked her to repay them, never placed conditions on their kindness, and yet she had spent years hesitating, thinking that just saying thank you wasn't enough, that until she found some grand way to give back, her words would be empty. But hadn't they just wanted acknowledgement? Hadn't they deserved, at the very least, to know that their kindness was appreciated and that it made a difference? Wouldn't say something always be better than saying nothing at all? She reached for her phone, not to scroll or distract herself, but to start writing. I never said this properly before, but I've always been grateful for you, for the little things you did when I needed them most, for being there, even when I didn't know how to ask. Thank you, truly. She sent the first message, then another, and another. Each time she hesitated for half a second, expecting something strange to happen. Awkwardness, resistance, confusion from the people she messaged. But that wasn't what happened at all. Her phone vibrated softly. Replies started coming in, one by one. Kind, warm, appreciative. Momo stared at the screen, chest tightening. She hadn't been rejected. She hadn't been met with resentment. She had simply been heard, and that filled her heart. Her gaze drifted upward again. The star flickered, just remaining like it always had. She had spent years feeling guilty, telling herself that since she hadn't expressed her gratitude before, there was no point in saying it now. That if she didn't say it when it mattered most, she had missed her chance entirely. But she realized now that was never true. Gratitude is never about repayment. It doesn't lose meaning over time. It's not about how long you've waited, but about choosing to say it at all. And in the quiet of the night, Momo understood. She wasn't fixing the past. She wasn't making up for lost time. She was simply acknowledging what had always been true. She ran her thumb over her necklace, warmth still radiating from its pendant, like a steady reassurance. She had no grand gesture to offer, only words. But even if they felt small compared to everything that they had done for her, she hoped they would still carry meaning. And for the first time, she felt worthy of doing so. She smiled, gazing up at the star, feeling lighter. And in that moment, she promised herself one thing. She would never let gratitude go unspoken again. The end. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to the story. I would love to know if you've ever felt this way too. So feel free to share and connect with me. Until next time, please know that you deserve love. And no matter how much time has passed or how distant things may feel, you are always capable of accepting love when it finds you. So please know you are never alone. Take care of yourself. I love you. Goodbye.